First of all, I'm really sorry for not coming up with my show last Sunday. Friends, welcome to the World Art Branding Conclave presents The Neena Singh Show. And I hope you all are safe and taking care of yourself and your family. Our guest this week is an incredible artist who can be characterized as a thinking artist. Every painter has an aspiration to create a body of work which can be associated with their name. Today we have with us one such artist who wants to document the time through her artwork by captivating the emotions of the subject in her creative space. She is a Bachelor in Fine Arts from Delhi College of Arts and a merit certificate holder from the same college. Recipient of Bharat Nirman Award for Creative Art and NCERT National Award for Illustrator of Children Literature. She worked as a freelance illustrator in several advertisement agencies and in design studios and magazines like India Today. As a visual artist, she specializes in figurative drawing in contemporary style. Our guest today is Swagata Bose from Kolkata, the capital city of West Bengal, India. Over the years, Swagata's work has taken the form of a range of series, each reflecting a different exploration of line and shape, color and contour, emotions and enigmas. Let's have a look. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Neena Singh Show. What an astonishing journey. Let me invite the artist Swagata Bose from Kolkata. Swagata ji, welcome to the World Art Branding Conclave presents the Neena Singh Show. I'm extremely delighted
Thank you for having me on the show.
It's a pleasure too.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here.
You have a very illustrious art career. So tell us something about your background, how you got attracted towards art, and why did you choose to become an artist? Because we are of a generation where engineering and medical used to be an option for choosing the career. So how come you became an artist?
ये आपने बहुत उम्दा सवाल पूछा हमसे, because this is art field is not something, not a journey which is welcome in most homes. It is considered to be something of a less traversed path. So I think the journey, normally any journey, begins from your home background. And I particularly had a very creative background. My father being a writer himself, so I mean he always encouraged all sorts of creative activity in the house, and so did my mother. So I basically have had a very creative atmosphere in the house. And I think for children, it's always your atmosphere that builds you, the initial, which resonates later also, as you grow older, that remains. And in fact, that solidifies, I feel that becomes more and more predominantly you. So I think it's really my background. And the fact that I was encouraged to take up my, whatever my passion was, I was told by my father, that please go ahead, he never said, nahi, ye nahi karna hai, doctor bano, engineer bano, lawyer bano, aisa kuch bhi nahi tha.
Well, you were very fortunate actually.
Yes, actually. I mean, and back in 89, white collar jobs, people used to want to get into only, ke haan, beti hamari bas, ye karti hai. Even now, I don't think many things have changed. हमारा नजरिया जो है अब बदलना जरूरी है, because I think
आज फिर भी थोड़ा चेंज हुआ, पर जिस समय के आप हो उस समय बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंट था. अभी फिर भी चेंज हुआ, अर्बन एरियाज में बहुत चेंज हुआ है.
हाँ, लेकिन हमने अभी भी जैसे I say in Calcutta, I find what has happened is, जैसे in most households, oh you paint, my daughter, my granddaughter also paint.
Okay.
अब ये जो एक हो जाता है, I mean that understanding is always, as they mean it as a hobby. When you say that you're professionally an artist, now that needs a lot of passion, that needs a lot of determination, that needs a lot of persuasive, कि हमको इसको लेकर के ही चलना है, कि रास्ता जितना भी कठिन हो, ऐसा तो किसी ने नहीं कहा है कि it's going to be a smooth walk. You have to hold your own flag all the way, and you have to hold your flag high and also enjoy the whole process through your lifetime. I mean, it's really it's worth a journey if you can keep walking and keep learning and keep growing, evolving. और क्या कहेंगे, ऐसे ही चलता है.
आपकी पढ़ाई वगैरह के बारे में बताइए, आपने कहाँ से पढ़ा, कैसे पढ़ा?
जी, हमने actually
आप दिल्ली के हो ना?
My father
born and brought up in Delhi, ना?
I was born and brought up in Delhi. But I went to Kurseong because my father got transferred for a period of time, and I was in St. Helens Convent for some time. Okay. And then we came back to Delhi, and I was with Mater Dei Convent. I studied in Mater Dei Convent, Delhi. And after my 12th, I joined College of Art, Delhi in 1985. And of course, तब it used to be a 4-year. जब हम join किए थे, it used to be a 4-year course. A BFA, Bachelor of Fine Arts in Applied Art. I passed out in Applied Arts from Delhi College of Art, Tilak Bagh, New Delhi.
So how different is fine art and applied art? Means currently you're working in the fine art field, right?
Yes, back in our time, the difference was almost not there.
Okay.
Because तब जैसे अभी जो computer का all this technology has come in. So now applied art is a completely separate stream in the sense that you're taught differently. लेकिन हमारे ज़माने में जो हुआ करता था, वो था कि फाउंडेशन ईयर में हमको फाइन आर्ट और ये स्कल्पचर जो किया करते थे, दैट स्ट्रीम एंड द अप्लाइड आर्ट स्ट्रीम, सबके जो है फाउंडेशन ईयर बिल्कुल सेम हुआ करते थे. एंड इवन व्हेन यू काइंड ऑफ वेंट इनटू स्पेशलाइजेशन, it used to have the same normal programs, जैसे लाइव ड्राइंग क्लासेस से लेकर के आउटडोर जो ड्राइंग क्लासेस, स्टिल लाइफ क्लासेस, ये जो वाटर कलर और जैसे टेक्निक ऑफ अप्लाइंग ऑयल, जैसे टाइम पे इनफैक्ट एक्रेलिक वाजंट द मीडियम व्हिच वाज यूज्ड फ्रीक्वेंटली, इट वाज मोस्टली ऑयल. तब भी एक्रेलिक बहुत आई थिंक इट वाज नॉट इवन यूज्ड. So you learn to use charcoal, you learn to use all those mediums. I think my father, in fact, was almost sure. He, तब हमारे अब जैसे बच्चों को आप देखते हैं, they will assert what they want to do. लेकिन हमारे ज़माने में we used to more or less listen to our parents also. We used to give it a lot of importance. So my father said, you're going to apply because I feel that, since you are here, recognize the fact that I was very passionate about pursuing what my dream was, to finally be a fine artist. He was very aware of that. Okay. But the fact is, he also was, उन्होंने कहा था मेरे को कि to kind of be able to pursue something in the long run. अगर आपको इसको लेकर के चलना है, then you have to also be independent. Independent enough to buy your own canvas, independent enough to buy your own equipment, your colors, etc. So he wanted me to also be independent and be able to pursue my dream. Okay. So I think it was well worth.
Actually, ये मेरा question भी था, मैं पूछना भी चाह रही थी कि मतलब what is the economical viability of this art career? Means getting lot of appreciation for your artwork is a different thing, but having a financial stability is absolutely a different thing. मतलब लोग तारीफ करेंगे, वाह वाह करके जाएंगे, बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है, it's a different thing. But आज भी देखिए तो it's not कि बहुत easily लोग आर्ट में इन्वेस्ट करेंगे, 1000 रुपए वो 1000 क्या 2-3 हजार रुपए जाके वो गेम्स में खर्च कर लेंगे, जाके मॉल में पिज्जा 1000, 2000, 3000 की पिज्जा खरीद लेंगे. लेकिन अगर आर्ट में इन्वेस्ट करना हो तो अभी भी लोगों के को वो कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है कि कैन ब्यूटीफाई योर हाउस. क्रोर्स का घर खरीद लेंगे, बट अभी भी वो डेवलपमेंट नहीं है, मतलब सोच में नहीं आया है लोगों में. बहुत कम लोगों में है कि नहीं मुझे ओरिजिनल आर्टवर्क अपने घर पे लगाना है, वैसा टाइप का चाहत लोगों में रहता नहीं है. एंड दैट मेक्स द सर्वाइवल ऑफ द आर्टिस्ट वेरी डिफिकल्ट. सो दैट वाज माय क्वेश्चन.
आई एग्री, टोटली एग्री विद यू.
सालों से आप इसमें काम कर रहे हो, तो आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा इस बारे में?
मुझे पहले कहा है कि दिस इज अ वेरी difficult path to take. So it's very important to understand what you're getting into. So I think, as I said, my father understood कि अगर मेरे को इसको sustain करके रखना है मेरे passion को, तो मुझे independent होना भी जरूरी है. I should be able to earn my own canvas. Made me understand that financial aspect is also very important to sustain what your passion is. And हम तो हाथ किसी से हम किसी से कुछ मांग नहीं सकते हैं, ना तो हाथ फैला सकते हैं कि मेरे को दीजिए उसके बाद हम कुछ करेंगे. And this is something that it takes a lot of time and years and years and years of persuasion and determination to even come to understand who you are, because basically your oeuvre, I mean what you are going to express is really a part of you. The better you understand yourself, the better you'll be able to project own branding, your own whatever you wanting to. So ये जो समझने वाली बात है, इसको समझते काफी साल बीत जाते हैं. हमारे तो 15 साल, हाँ बिल्कुल, हमारे तो 15 साल लग गए just to understand what my style was. And 2010 when I understood that okay, this is my style, and then I thought I want to do an A to Z version of my all kinds of things which I want to aspire to to kind of put on paper, on my canvas, because art is really a manifestation of the self and of also the your thoughts.
Very true.
And I get very inspired by what I see, because I'm a narrative artist. I love life, and whatever I see in life is what I want to take onto the canvas. I want to imbibe from that and take further onto the canvas.
Right.
कुछ बातें जो आपने जो कही कि ये जो the aspect of the people when they buy or not buy, there are connoisseurs of art who have dealt in a different manner. There are, in spite of the fact that abhi jaise for the 6-7, I mean, I would say the economy has been down for a long time, and as you know, art is a super luxury item.
Yes.
जैसे लोग फैशन की चीजें खरीद लेंगे, उसके बाद कुछ एक्सेस होगा, उसके बाद सारा कुछ कर लेने के बाद then they have something to put away for art.
Passion for art वो हैं, no doubt वो हैं, but वो संख्या बहुत कम है.
अभी awareness, the thing is that people have now एक चीज हमने notice की है कि even the youngsters, lot of people are looking at art in a different way. I feel that that's what keeps the entire circle going also.
Going on.
Because they have access to internet, they are more aware, of the world, even the importance of art in their lives. जैसे mentally they are told कि ये it's like a therapeutic, it has a therapeutic value. They've understood the value of having at least one art piece in their home. So I mean they will look, according to their budget they will look, but financiers normally go for coming artists more, and उसके बाद वो they will see them, they will follow that artist's journey, and then goes on to what is one knows where the art can go. So of certain artists who have actually spent their lifetime doing this. So I mean, nobody tells you that it's an easy path. So that's why I say when you are compared to ठीक है आर्ट है हमारी granddaughter भी कर लेती हैं, उनको ये समझ नहीं है कि this is such a difficult journey because nobody is telling you. So you have to enjoy the whole journey in spite of all the challenges. And the fact is that it's really a discovery. It's a path to discovery. I mean, some would say, why would you want to do this? But I would think it's worth a lifetime. I would think it that way.
So, coming to your art, all through the years you have been working with a range of series. कई series में आपने काम किया है. But I saw that your favorite is La Venus, the being and the body. So tell us more about the series and what was your thought process behind working in this series? How you started it? उसके बारे में बताइए.
So my interest in nude comes from my love for what is absolutely pure, nature's purest form. When you strip away the layers of these illusions, you come to what is absolutely divine and pure.
Right.
And for me, nude is that. I look at nude from absolutely, when you learn to develop your third eye, and the challenge is to kind of diminish all those barriers and go to the purest level where you don't really need those demarcations anymore. You've dropped those masks, you've dropped those layers, and finally you are with the divine. So my quest with nude is to find that light, that purity, that light, that pulsating truth, which is the life source.
And getting connected to the inner self, the spirituality aspect of
absolutely. It. My nudes are all about beyond the body.
Beyond the body.
So it is really going, yes. So then I pursue nude because I want to also go within and try to find that sublime within the nude. So there is one kind of nude which is erotic nude.
Right.
And for me, my whole search was to go deeper and deeper and find the sublime in the nude.
Right.
So
there is a very narrow line between being vulgar and being artistic. Very narrow line when you go on this subject. It is a very, and it is the individual perception. It is also the individual perception.
जो देखने की नजरिया है,
देखने का जो है मतलब perceive कौन कैसे perceive करता है उसपे बहुत
वही है बात.
बिल्कुल सही है.
जी. और मैं तो I consider myself to be a figurative artist. तो इस वजह से ये भी जरूरी था कि हम अपने आप को चैलेंज करें हर मोड़ पे अपने आप को चैलेंज करें कि हमको कितना है. हम अपने आप को फिगरेटिव आर्टिस्ट कहेंगे और हमको अगर फिगर की कुछ समझ ना हो तो फिर हमको हक नहीं बनता है कि हम कहें कि हम फिगरेटिव आर्टिस्ट हैं. तो इस वजह से अगर आपको फिगर समझना है, जैसे स्टिल लाइफ अगर आप समझेंगे, द फर्स्ट थिंग यू विल आल्सो वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड इज द शैडो. that brings out that life in a still figure, है ना. तो वही हर चीज में नेचर में the more deeper and deeper you go, you are looking for that, in fact, that abstractism within that realism also. That's the amazing part of it, because every even philosophy, it's an abstract form. जब nude के बारे में लोग पूछते हैं तो हम कहते हैं कि ये तो नेचर का ही एक अंश है, हम इसको आप हटा के अलग से क्यों देखते हैं? It is so much a part of nature. हम आपको अगर आप हमको तो लगता है कि it is a matter of seeing and perceiving something. So that's how I kind of see this entire journey of mine.
It's very wonderfully done by you. I've seen your artwork and they are fabulous. And what was your inspiration behind doing the bird series, that Sundarban series, and then Talsari series? You have done a lot of series, and because you are a thinking artist, तो हर series को जब आप करते हो तो आप उसके पीछे कोई आपकी thought process रहती है. तो कैसे आप सोचते हो कि मुझे इस पे काम करना है, ये सब्जेक्ट लेना? देखो ऐसी कोई बात नहीं, बर्ड ऐसे भी बना लिया तो वो एक अलग चीज होती है, बट अगर आप उसके पीछे कोई आपका स्पेशल थॉट प्रोसेस है जिसके कारण आप उसको करना चाहते हो, वो एक अलग चीज होती है. So what is your perception about it?
Yes, you're very right. You've seen it right, actually. The thing is that, I love life, as I said, So हमारे चारों तरफ जो चीजें होती रहती हैं, you get inspired by those. You also start thinking on what is happening. जैसे अभी जो दौर चला है सबके जिंदगी में, अभी quarantine, and basically it's just heartbreaking when I saw the plight of the migrant workers. Okay. So I had to address that issue, something that I also want to, really talk about it. Mm-hmm. And I talked with my brush on the canvas to express my, concerns.
What is Kalsari? Is it a beach or something?
It is a beach which is 220 kilometers away, from Odisha. So it is, so I went there on a holiday, and amazingly, I saw this simple, rustic fishermen folk, Mm-hmm. The way they kind of come in every morning, they'll come in a particular way, mm-hmm. and they will with their nets, they come in like rows, in fact, and with the long nets put upon their shoulders, mm-hmm. and it was as if a whole story was happening, right in front of my eyes. Mm-hmm. They come every day and they do their own, like ants at work, They're mm-hmm. so dedicated. They don't look anywhere. I mean, there's so many people on the beach, but they will just stick to their job. शाम होते होते जैसे सूर्य अस्त होने लगती है, इस तरीके से वो सारे अपने नेट को लेकर के ना वो वापस चले जाते हैं वो मोहना के तरफ. तो ये जो चीज हमें लगी ना, हम 3 दिन वहां पे थे, तो हर रोज हम भागे भागे जाते थे और हमने देखे, हमने काफी स्केचेस किए. अच्छा. और उसने सोचा कि इनको लेकर के मुझे कुछ करना है. तो क्योंकि ये जो आप समझेंगे, ये दूसरी बात है, जो चीजें एक्सटिंक्ट होने का अपेक्षा रखती है ना, आई काइंड ऑफ गेट वेरी ड्रॉन टू दैट. एंड व्हाट इज इन माय कंट्री, दैट इज द वे दे फिश विद दिस पर्टिकुलर नेट, दिस मेथड. Slowly with modernization, these are going to go extinct. It's a particular way of life which will be lost. जैसे ये जो लोग हैं वो कुछ बिल्कुल जैसे अलग तरीके से जीते हैं. उनको कोई मॉडर्नाइजेशन से मतलब ही नहीं है. वो अपने वो एक जगह पे रहते हैं, and so even Sundarban, when I went into the beauty of Sundarban, the beauty of the rustic, the beauty of the wild, the beauty of that particular landscape, so serene, and that attracted me. So I was there, and whenever I'm in my landscapes and about what I see, it is really out of the real. It is out of life. I mean, I'm not let's say imaginative in that way. कभी कुछ आर्टिस्ट होते हैं जो इमेजिनेशन से पेंट करते हैं, हमको वो देखना जरूरी है. हो सकता है because I kind of I'm very affected by impressionism, post-impressionism, Renaissance, and even हमारे जो इंडियन आर्टिस्ट हैं जिन्होंने अपने आर्ट वर्क से हमको काफी प्रभावित किया हुआ है, जैसे विकास भट्टाचार्य हैं, एंड अमृता शेरगिल हैं. तो there is Vasim Kapoor, there is Subrata Gangotpadhyay, there is Jogin Chaudhary, there is Biren Dey. I mean, you have to be constantly in touch with what these people have done. Right. It's all there in front of you to kind of be able to inspire you. But it's very important to not copy, just copy, because that is, that is not, to my mind, that's a very flimsy aspect.
Inspiration is different and copying is different.
हाँ जी, you have to, अगर आपको कुछ अपना कुछ करके जाना है, तब तो बहुत जरूरी है that you learn and also unlearn at the same time. सब कुछ लीजिए, देखिए, परखिए, जाइए, लेकिन जब करना होगा और उस स्टेज पे आने के लिए आपको मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. You have to sketch, you have to really be in a position to understand who you are, to be able to come to your style.
जैसे अभी आपने बताया कि आपको 15 साल लगे आपको अपनी स्टाइल पहचानने में कि this is what
बिल्कुल. और जब हम
स्वागता है, तो वो जो पहचान बनाने में काफी टाइम लगता है.
और जब हम 2010 में हमको अपनी स्टाइल मिली, तो हमने सोचा कि अब हमको इस पे जो भी हमको मानिए अगर हमको शॉर्ट स्टोरी लिखनी है, बस एक ही कैनवस करनी है. हालांकि हम बहुत ज्यादा सीरीज में करते हैं क्योंकि हमको हम जैसे as I said Talsari, there are 9 canvases and there are 10 boats. क्योंकि हमको बोट भी एक कैरेक्टर लगती है, हर एक जगह की बोट अलग होती है। सबसे मजेदार वाली बात तो ये है। बिल्कुल सही बात है। हाँ, और हर एक जगह की जो है नेट से जो फिशिंग करते हैं वो नेट वो यू नो दैट डिफरेंट। तो ये मजेदार बात ये है कि इन इंडिया देयर इज सो मच वैरायटी दैट इट इज ऑल फायरिंग। आप अगर यू नो नॉर्थ साउथ ईस्ट वेस्ट जहाँ पे जाएंगे, आपको जो मैजिक इंडिया में मिलेगा ना, आप सारे वर्ल्ड में घूम लीजिए, आपको कहीं नहीं मिलने वाला। जैसे जयपुर का एक रंग है, हाँ, I mean you go to Arunachal, it's another color. I mean it's just the colors are so vivid and visible. I mean Arunachal you can only think of green. हम शिलोंग गए थे, that was in February 2019. I went to Shillong and I went for a purpose. You know, वहाँ पे जैसे वहाँ पे they nowadays what they've done is the Shillong government has started cultivating sakura. जैसे जापान में जो आपका ये चेरी ब्लॉसम होता है ना, तो वो यहाँ पे हार्वेस्ट करते हैं चेरी ब्लॉसम, और अब शिलोंग में फेस्टिवल भी होता है। तो हमको वो चेरी ब्लॉसम देखने थे, तो हम उसी हमने प्लान बनाया, हम उसी दौरान गए, बस that particular season, and they've kind of researched it, and they have that cherry blossom festival in a particular season for about 2-3 days they have it, and that's the time when the blossoms start to they bloom. So they kind of invite, they kind of have festivals during that time, and my whole thing was because I love that that beauty, so I call that my pink series, and उसमें हर कोई चीज पिंक हो गई थी। हम वहाँ गए थे, ब्लॉसम से पिंक हर कोई जगला था, जैसे जैसे पूरा लैंडस्केप जो है बिल्कुल पिंक ही पिंक था। तो हमने उसको पिंक सीरीज बताया। तो वहाँ पे हमने डॉकी लेक भी गए थे। तो डॉकी लेक का एक महत्व उस लेक का ये है कि वहाँ पे ना बिल्कुल पानी जो है इतना ट्रांसपेरेंट और क्लियर है कि आप बिल्कुल नीचे तक देख सकते हो। बिल्कुल यू कैन सी एवरी रॉक which is underneath, you can see the weeds. कोई pollution नहीं है, कोई pollution नहीं वहाँ पे। नहीं, पानी जो है बिल्कुल crystal clear है। So I did a canvas, and वहाँ पे boats भी अलग। जैसे आप हर जगह पे बोट्स देखेंगे, हमको बोट्स का बहुत एक चीज हम बहुत काफी करते हैं, क्योंकि हर जगह पे बोट्स अलग अच्छे होते हैं। शिलोंग के जो बोट्स हैं वो बिल्कुल फ्लाई से बने हुए होते हैं, बहुत जैसे बहुत जल्दी से कोई बना ले वैसे बनता है। लेकिन so I painted that particular type of boat also on the Dauki Lake. That canvas is a 6 foot by 6 foot size canvas, and also part of the pink series with with जैसे पीछे उसके background में that pink blossom there. So ऐसा कुछ हमारा वो कैनवस है। तो हम जहाँ पे भी अगर लैंडस्केप का कुछ करते हैं, तो हमने आपको बताया कि हमको जो दिखता है, हम उसी से इंस्पायर होकर के हम उसको कैनवस को उतारते हैं। Experiment in your own style. And also in my own style. My style is lot of stroke work in it. Colors are almost monochromatic. I have a very simple palette actually. लेकिन हमको जैसे पहले आपको तो पता है, तो मजेदार वाली बात ये है, हम जब इलस्ट्रेशन हमने किए थे, तो एक इलस्ट्रेशन हमने ऐसा किया था जिसमें हमने खुद लिखी थी बच्चों के लिए, उनको समझाने के लिए कि ये प्राइमरी कलर्स, सेकेंडरी कलर और टर्शियरी कलर होते क्या हैं। तो हमने एक कैरेक्टर बनाया, उसका नाम रखा मिस्टर लाल। तो हमने उसका नाम रखा पंडित लाल, और पंडित लाल के 2 बीवियां हैं, एक है नीला और एक है पीला। तो ये हमने ट्यूब से वो इलस्ट्रेशन की थी, और पीला के व्हेन यू एक्चुअली मिक्स रेड एंड येलो यू गेट एन ऑरेंज। तो उसकी बेटी है बसंती, और यहाँ पे नीला और लाल अगर आप मिक्स करेंगे तो एक बन जाता है वायलेट, तो बैंगनी। तो उनके जो हर एक कलर का एक कैरेक्टर होता है, वार्म कलर और कोल्ड कलर। तो हमने उसको भी डिस्क्राइब किया कि एक है बिल्कुल जैसे जैसे लाइक द रेज ऑफ द सन, चुलबुली सी, खूबसूरत सी, और दूसरी है कोल्ड नेचर। हाँ बिल्कुल, वहाँ पे ब्रश के हमने इलस्ट्रेशन भी की थी। ब्रश जो पॉइंटेड ब्रशेस होते हैं ना, आई हैड यूज्ड ओनली पेंट and colors as characters, elements of to illustrate what I'm trying to say. तो ब्रशेस जिसके जैसे ये आपके चोक जो होते हैं पॉइंटेड, हमने वो दिखाए कि कोल कलर है, तो एक्चुअली इज अ
वेरी इनोवेटिव कांसेप्ट एक्चुअली.
और हाँ, तो उसके बाद उससे ये स्पेक्ट्रम से जैसे आप कलर्स मिक्स करते जाएंगे, आपके कलर्स और बढ़ते जाएंगे. तो और उसके स्पेक्ट्रम से बाहर है वाइट और ब्लैक. तो हमने दो प्रिंट्स, एक है सफेद और एक है काला. तो इस तरह से हमने बच्चों को समझाने के लिए इस तरह से इलस्ट्रेशन की थी. हमारे बोलने का मतलब ये है कि कलर्स हैं, जैसे बिरेन डे, अगर आप उनके पेंटिंग देखेंगे तो वे ही हैज यूज्ड कलर्स. रजा, you know, the way they have used colors. Cezanne, the way they have used colors. Monet, Impressionists, the way they've used colors. So, yes, I mean, you have to really keep on seeing, but you have to also understand what is your style. So, my particular color palette is very simple and it's very monochromatic. I use Prussian, I use yellow ochre, I use burnt sienna, burnt umber, and keep the sap green. So इस तरह से, और उसके ऊपर से I will probably use little vermilion, maybe scarlet lake. So इस तरह से black is not my, I always mix my black. I don't use direct black. मुझे जो black के अंदर जो the different colors जो नजर आते हैं वो मुझे बड़ा मजा लगता है.
बिल्कुल सही.
हाँ. All this comes from experimenting. जो हमने कहा कि हम पहले चिंता कर लेते हैं, हमारे दिमाग से कुछ एक कॉम्पोजिशन की बन जाती है. तो तब हम कैनवस की साइज जो है वहाँ से होकर के शुरू होती है. तब हम जाकर के सोचते हैं कि हाँ, क्योंकि इस कैनवस की साइज ऐसी होनी चाहिए, हमारे कॉम्पोजिशन से कहीं जाकर के ये ठीक बैठेगा. तो हम उसके बाद वो कैनवस जब हमारी तैयार हो जाती है तब जाकर के पहले हम जो है स्ट्रोक से, आई डोंट यूज अ पेंसिल इन द फर्स्ट थिंग्स एट ऑल. So mine is done with a fat brush. I do stroke work पहले. बिल्कुल जो मास्क है, I kind of try to get that mask onto the canvas frame. उसके बाद I do something called, जैसे पानी बिल्कुल हम बाल्टी रखते हैं और generously I can just sprinkle water on the canvas and let those drips flow. उसके बाद हम धीरे-धीरे I build on my form. So I kind of do that with the correction method. अपने आप को ही करेक्ट करती जाती हूँ. हमको जहाँ लगता है कि इसको चिजल करना है, हम इसको थोड़ा काट देते हैं. In fact I use a very funny tool. I use a toothbrush. तो हम एक toothbrush use करते हैं to chisel away certain areas which I don't want. And again I apply color. And this is how I keep on building. जब तक ना हमको लगे कि I'm satisfied with the progress, then I don't stop. And because it is almost like acrylic used in a watercolor form, rather than a thick application. Mine is a very watercolory application. It has to be done almost within some stroke works and within a particular day. So on the mask is complete. उसके बाद जो details हैं वो उसके बाद आने लगते हैं. उस पे टाइम लग जाता है क्योंकि what happens is हम उस पे कैनवस को फिर रख देते हैं. काफी दफा हम बिल्कुल सामने कहीं पे रखते हैं, इस तरह से जाते आते हमको नजर आए कि खामियां ना, खामियां जो है आपको कभी कभार, मेरे को ऐसा होता है, I kind of am able to see it, say maybe not then, maybe later I'll be able to see certain something. So that process takes a long time. It can take months. अचानक मुझे दिखी कि अरे यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा ये, so my canvas is like it's complete and yet not complete for a long time. I can keep on looking, so my canvases are almost more or less displayed, and I'm able to see, and I will see, and then अगर मुझे लगे कुछ और काम की जरूरत है तो हम करते हैं. लेकिन एक दूसरी बात ये भी है कि जब उसको समझ आ जाता है कि कितना जो ठहराव, एक चीज की जो ठहराव समझ आ जाती है, तब जाके that
is also very important. When to stop?
Yes. कि कहाँ पे आपको बस कह देना है, या आपकी एलिमेंट्स आपको कितनी एक आप थाले में कितना थाली में कितनी चीजें आप परोसोगे, ये जो चीज अगर आपको समझ आ जाएगी तब जाकर के आप कह सकते हो कि आपको कुछ तो समझ में आई.
आपका मैंने एक सीरीज देखा, नागा साधु पे था, नागा साधु सीरीज आपका है. तो यू आर फ्रॉम दिल्ली, देन यू मूव टू कोलकाता. And where did you come across these Naga sadhus? Because these people mostly they live in Himalaya caves, and they appear during the time of Kumbh Mela. And these are the ones who take the first holy dip in the Kumbh, जो river में जो डुबकी मारते हैं वो सबसे पहले इन्हीं का होता है. तो ये बहुत कम दिखते हैं. मतलब आई एम फ्रॉम द यूपी साइड, तो आई नो कि ये नागा साधुज होते हैं, एंड वी आर वेरी क्लोजली नोन टू दीज पीपल. बट आपको कैसे मौका मिला इनके बारे में इतना जानने का, क्या आपने उनके ऊपर वर्क किया?
क्योंकि हमने आपको पहले कहा है कि जो भी इंडिया से मतलब रखता है, आई डोंट थिंक यू कैन सेपरेट साधु फ्रॉम इंडिया.
No, you cannot.
साधु पे हम जब काम करने लगे, हमने सोचने लगे बेसिकली. आई वांटेड टू काइंड ऑफ सी द एंटायर स्पेक्ट्रम.
ओके.
सो इन कैलकाटा कुंभ मेला के टाइम पे एक कांग्रेगेशन होता है बाबू घाट में.
अच्छा. तो
बाबू घाट में जितने भी आपके नागा साधु ट्रैवल, they come here,
वहाँ भी आते हैं,
stay there for months, and वहाँ पे बस जो है, तो हमने कहा ना हमको तो देखना है, हम देखे बगैर कुछ नहीं करते हैं. हम वहाँ गए बकायदा, और हमने इनफैक्ट नागा साधु वहाँ पे
मतलब ये लोग वहाँ भी जाते हैं करके.
नहीं, यहाँ से तो एवरीवेयर. इन कैलकाटा इट इज देयर. In Babu Ghat, there's a total stalls are built.
गंगा रिवर पे है वो.
हाँ, बाबू घाट, हाँ बिल्कुल, गंगा के इस पार पे है.
हाँ,
तो वो ना उनके लिए बिल्कुल एक जैसे है.
पीपल आर वेरी क्लोजली, मतलब दे हैव डीप फेथ इन दिस रिवर ना, तो इसीलिए वो मतलब वहाँ भी जाते होंगे. मतलब ये जर्नी का पार्ट होता होगा.
नहीं, यहाँ से वो जी जर्नी का पार्ट ही है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे वो रहते हैं. एंड यहाँ से सारे बसेस जो हैं वो सारे आपके शायद यूपी से, और आई डोंट नो वेदर दे कम फ्रॉम बिहार साइड आल्सो. दे ऑल कम हियर, दे स्टे इन दिस एरिया. एंड हमारे कल्चर में यू विल फाइंड दैट ऑल दीज फॉर्म्स, दीज आर आल्सो फॉर्म्स now which are like the roots of our culture. हमने वहाँ पे नागा साधु, हमने उनसे जाकर के हमने मुलाकात भी की, और उनका जो इनफैक्ट उनसे आशीर्वाद भी मिली. उनसे
दिखते बड़े एग्रेसिव हैं, लेकिन
एक्चुअली नहीं, थैंकफुली आई वेंट इन द मॉर्निंग आवर्स. तो हो सकता है तब जैसे हर कोई चीज दिखती है, हम शायद कुछ चीजें हम इग्नोर, एंड कुछ चीजें हम हम ले लेते हैं
जो हमें देखना होता है वही देखते हैं.
बिल्कुल. और बिल्कुल. Actually, I saw them, and I wanted to address this particular. Why? Because again, this is a particular group जो धीरे-धीरे extinct हो रहा है.
बिल्कुल.
नागा साधु की जो संख्या है वो धीरे-धीरे अभी
कमी हो रही है. बिल्कुल सही है. पहले एक समय में उनका बड़ा रोल होता था सोसाइटी में, तो लोग जानते भी नहीं है मतलब इनका क्या रोल होता था.
जी. And it's really the strange part of our Indian philosophy is that everything is beyond the body.
Very true.
And if you understand that, तब आपको इतना बुरा नहीं लगेगा that कि अरे न्यूड है, क्योंकि वो there are the blessed साधु जो के जो बिल्कुल एक लेवल पे जा चुके हैं. और फिलोसफी है इंडियन फिलोसफी. I think it is a part of our Indianness.
आपका जो है, you are part of an art residency program in United Kingdom also. So can you guide the artists what things they should take care of when they are applying for an art residency program, and how was your experience as in the art residency program?
I wanted to experience this entire art residency. होता क्या है, मुझे भी ये इंक्वायरी मैंने जो सोच थी, I wanted to actually live that. Obviously, there has to be research work done because you follow those programs. Everything is available in different online programs जो हैं.
हर रेसिडेंसी प्रोग्राम की जो रिक्वायरमेंट होती होगी वो अलग होती होगी.
बिल्कुल. So yes, so you have to. In fact, I had written to them. I had applied for 2, and I later I chose to go to this one, and they also invited me to this one. So this was a part sponsored. So in that situation, I mean, I thought that this would give me an opportunity to explore more. So that's why I chose this particular to go to UK, and I went to Art Funkle. This is Art Funkle, and वहाँ पे जाकर के हमने कुछ इंस्टॉलेशन काम किए, which was really it was almost in sync with the Indian philosophy, and so I did 4 installations एंड उसके बाद I kind of had this वहाँ पे आपको तैयार करना था, and then at the end of the whole stay there was a open art studio program जहाँ पे the artists वहाँ पे local artists had come for my show, and Judith Underwood, she was the director, she invited them, and there was a exhibition of whatever I had put up. Manchester was the center point where I was staying, but I also traveled. Weekends I used to go. I went to Glasgow, I went to Edinburgh, I went to London, and I went to Tate Modern. I saw retrospective shows. So I went to National Art Gallery, saw the other masters, great masters. Debra के वहाँ पे strokes देखे, हम तो बिल्कुल मने, you know, I could have spent hours. I just realized that is it. I mean, given a chance, I would keep on and on, you know, staring at, you know, every little bit of of stroke work, you know, and try to imbibe from that. So I think everything that you go through, it all adds on. It's all like एक और थोड़ा सा, एक और मोती कर करके शायद
माला बन जाती है.
माला बन जाएगा. I don't know. With COVID, everything feels very uncertain.
That's what I was also going to ask you. कि जैसे कि जो experts हैं वो predict कर रहे हैं कि this COVID will continue for quite some time. So what are the survival options for artists? How do you look at this perspective? कि artist के लिए, क्योंकि कोई financial aid तो मिल नहीं रहा है, काम वो कर नहीं पा रहे हैं, अपना पैसा खर्च कर करके आर्ट वो कितना बनाएंगे, किस लेवल तक काम करें. So, what do you see? What is your perspective for survival, and what will you suggest those who are going through this difficult times?
देखिए, जब कोई आर्ट एज अ वोकेशन ले लेता है ना, उसको मालूम है कि ये रास्ता तो आसान होने नहीं वाला है.
बिल्कुल सही.
So these are obstacles which will come. अगर आपको इस जर्नी में चलना है, तो आपको तो मालूम है कि वहाँ पर पहाड़ भी आने वाले हैं और तूफान भी आने वाला है, तो उसी पे से चल के आपको जाना होगा. एंड होल्ड योर फ्लैग. हाँ, तो किसी ने तो ये नहीं कह दिया कि कोई आसान आपकी जो आपने कोई सिंपल सा रास्ता चुना हुआ है. यू हैव चोजन द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट पाथ. सो ऑल दीज विल बी पार्ट ऑफ योर जर्नी. एंड आई थिंक द वे आई हैव seen it, I have done 2 series during sitting in lockdown. In February, I had done a nude which was called Catch the Butterfly. Uspe the expression was that I felt that how to go for your passion. Basically, it was that. For me, that desire, passion, that everything is that butterfly. And uske baad hi ye lockdown shuru ho gaya. So luckily, I had gone to Sundarban just before that. And हमने वैसे भी वहाँ पे 24 स्केचेस किए थे, तो हमने सोचा हम उसको लेकर के पूरे जो सीरीज हमने तो शुरू कर दिया. एंड हमने हमने 8 सीरीज. पर्टिकुलर सीरीज इज कॉल्ड सुंदरबन, द बिगिनिंग ऑफ अ न्यू स्टोरी. दैट्स व्हाट द टाइटल ऑफ द सीरीज इज. सो बेसिकली puts the beauty of that raw beauty of the marshland and the wildlife, the bird life, onto the canvas. And उसके बाद क्या हुआ कि चीजें होती गई. I mean, this migrant workers का, the plight of those migrant workers, I saw that and I was like very distressed. I said, इसको तो हमको, I must address it. So I did 11 works on paper on that particular series, and I did one big canvas of that series showing many things, the entire whatever's happening. The way the police are wearing those corona masks, helmets, everything addressed, the lockdown and the fact that and of course उसके बाद अम्फन आ गया. तो हमने सुंदरबन पे वैसे भी हम सीरीज बना रहे थे, तो हमने अम्फन पे I did about 2-3 more sketches. I did अम्फन पे जो the disaster, what was left of the land and of the habitat, and how everything was destroyed.
Right.
I did 3 paper works on that.
Okay.
उसके ऊपर एक ये elephant, the mother elephant, that environment crisis तेलंगाना में, I think वहाँ पे जो mother elephant,
वो बॉम्ब
पहले तो वो आ रहा था कि that some pataka burst or some such. and the entire gruesome happening kind of, I was like, I just couldn't fathom how. But बाद में तो और भी पता लगने लगा कि okay, this is really more of an accident. But I just felt that even an accident, I mean, should be, when it comes to animals, one should be compassionate कि इस तरह की accident, I mean, ना हो. You have to be careful. How can you allow something like this to happen? And then one canvas is just of the lockdown. कुछ भी नहीं है. छत पे बैठे थे तो हमने देखा दो जो कहते हैं शालिक कहते हैं उसको, क्या कहते हैं ना, कॉमन मैना. तो those two were sitting alone on the wire, and I called, that's what I said, ye quarantine, as if those two were having a conversation about the plight of the situation, of the quarantine. Those two birds were sitting and having a conversation early in the morning. It was 5:30 in the morning. Those two were sitting. जैसे लग रहा था वो दोनों, गपशप कर रहे हैं कि ये क्या हालत हो गया है. सब
तो 2 for joy, 2 देखते थे मैं ना, तो 2 for joy, 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy. हाँ, अभी तो आजकल कोई दिखते ही नहीं है बेचारे.
Absolutely. तो इनफैक्ट वो सीरीज हमने एक की थी, कॉमन बर्ड्स इन डेंजर. उसपे हमने कॉमन मैना की भी हमने उसको लेकर भी पेजेस, स्पैरो, कॉमन मैना
बहुत आती थी. स्कूल के ग्राउंड में भी बहुत आती थी. हम पूरे बच्चे शुरू हो जाते थे 2 for joy, 2 for joy.
हमको बस ऐसे लगा, हमने इसलिए उसको पेंट की कि हमें लगा जैसे ये दो पक्षी अब बैठ के ना, पक्षी बैठ के वो एक दूसरे वो सलाह कर रहे हैं कि मशवरा कर रहे हैं कि क्या किया जाए, जो हालत है. तो हमने सोचा उसको उतार लें,
उसको बनाया से. अगर स्वागता आर्टिस्ट नहीं होती तो क्या होती?
मैं शायद पता नहीं क्या होती, मैं घूम फिरा के भी आर्टिस्ट ही होती. मुझे लग रहा है कुछ ना कुछ आर्ट से जुड़ा हुआ ही कुछ करती, बिकॉज I don't think I could have ever been an engineer or a doctor. So anything to do with creative art only I would have pursued, because that gives me the greatest satisfaction, and that gives me hope. जो भी कहिए, it is something that I've chosen as my path of my journey.
कुछ और सोच नहीं पाएंगे actually.
As if सारे कयामात ने हमको इसी डायरेक्शन में पुश किया है, तो हमको तो कुछ और आता ही नहीं है. इसी रास्ते पे चलना था, हम चल ही रहे हैं इसी रास्ते पे.
वेरी नाइस. बट जब आपने शुरू किया 1989 के आसपास, वहाँ से जब हम अभी 2020 में आए हैं, there is lot of change. So how is your experience of branding yourself as an artist on various social media platform? पहले तो था नहीं, जब आपने स्टार्ट किया होगा तो ये सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स और ये सब चीजें तो थी नहीं, है ना. और वहां से निकल के जब इस रास्ते पे आप आए तो इसको भी सबने उसको सीखा, जो भी न्यू लोग हैं, हम लोग ने भी सीखा. तो आप इसको किस तरह से देखती हैं कि पहले का अच्छा था कि अभी का अच्छा है? कैसा आपका एक्सपीरियंस रहा? और
मतलब वाली बात नहीं है, हर कोई चीज की देखिए, हर कोई चीज की हम मानते हैं, हर कोई चीज, एवरीथिंग विल बी इवॉल्विंग, एवरीथिंग विल बी चेंजिंग, राइट. एंड टेक्नोलॉजी चेंजेस एवरीथिंग, इट एडवांसेस, एंड उसके कुछ प्लस पॉइंट्स होते हैं, कुछ नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स भी होती हैं. अब जैसे पीपल आर इन दिस लॉकडाउन पीरियड, थैंक गॉड फॉर दिस टेक्नोलॉजी. नहीं तो हम बिल्कुल पता नहीं, जो कनेक्टिविटी है अभी हमारे पास कोई उपाय नहीं था, दैट वी वुड सोशली मिक्स विद पीपल अभी. तो इस लॉकडाउन के दौरान आई थिंक a lot of communication was done online. Exhibitions are being done online. People are experimenting on online podiums a lot more than before. पहले हमारे जब एकलैंड में पास, when we passed out, there was no computer. सोच लीजिए तब तो कुछ, even advertising जो applied, that particular stream, even that was only, cut paste. When I passed out, I remember it was cut paste time. तब अगर कोई चीज एडवर्टाइजिंग कुछ भी बनती थी, मैटर वाज ऑलवेज कट एंड पेस्ट. तो तब तो कंप्यूटर का कुछ नहीं था. उसके बाद जो है इलस्ट्रेशन, धीरे धीरे कंप्यूटर आने लगे. आई रिमेम्बर व्हेन आई वेंट टू इलस्ट्रेशन इन एडवर्टाइजिंग, व्हाट आई यूज्ड टू इलस्ट्रेट ऑन पेपर, दैट यूज्ड टू बी स्कैन्ड ऑनटू द कंप्यूटर. उसके बाद वो लेआउट बनाते थे, द प्रेजेंटेशन वाज डन. वो भी एक जमाना था. उसके बाद बिल्कुल ही एवरीथिंग वाज टेकन ओवर by the computer and technology, and अब तो जाकर के हर कोई मीटिंग भी अब ऑनलाइन होने लगी है. आई थिंक लॉट ऑफ ऑफिसेज आर गोइंग टू क्लोज डाउन इन द सिचुएशन, क्योंकि पीपल आर फीलिंग that everything can be done from home.
Right.
So but it has its minus points also, because art is, even when you see something online, there is a need to be able to touch and feel and see from a front. That will always remain. आपको परखना तो होगा ही. ऑनलाइन में आपने देख लिया, पेंटिंग देख लिए, सारे कुछ कर लिए, लेकिन आपको वो जो एक आंखों देखी का जो एक अनुभव है, वो तो I think that need will always be there.
The need will always be
हाँ
there. But a blend is good. A blend
is good.
Technology
and I think most
doing
of
it manually.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, very important, and it can always be a prelude to something more. It's always a good prelude to something more.
Right.
And in fact, it is just internationally. I'm about to migration का जो ये है, हमारा जो series है, part of it also is in collaboration with an international program. Okay. And that is all that is possible because everything is being done online. Right. So artists of the world are going to come, and basically again WABC is also putting their efforts into collaborating with artists of the world. Right. There are many such curators, organizations who are also अभी वही लगे हुए हैं कि किस तरीके से एक्सपेरिमेंट किया जाए on this particular new medium. So that is really coming.
वो वैसे भी सही बात, अभी एक्सप्लोरेशन के लेवल पे है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, और इसमें काफी कुछ होने वाला है. सबसे मजेदार वाली बात है कि everything just something triggers, and then it triggers off a new thought process. हर कोई इस चीज पे सोचने लगता है. इसके पहले जो इंस्टॉलेशन आर्ट भी इस तरह से कि people became crazy, everything was installation art. अब जैसे सब कुछ लग रहा है कि ऑनलाइन के उस पे अब कुछ और भी सोचने लगेंगे लोग. they will start to experiment. पता नहीं कौन कहाँ से कुछ सोच ले, which is absolutely new and fresh and raring to go. You never know. I mean, that is the beauty of life itself, that we can always, in the darkest of situations, we can find that lotus blooming. जब सब कुछ लगता है, कुछ सब खत्म हो रहा है, तब भी that spark will come from somewhere in that dark only.
बिल्कुल. और
so we can only hope for the
होनी ही है. हर रात की एक सुबह होनी ही है.
बिल्कुल. And we want to, as we just hope and pray that we keep that spark alive. Right. That creative spark should always be alive. So that's a good way of keeping our hopes alive, right. Art alive, and taking it to people through a medium.
So what is your recommendation to new artists who are just starting their art career? तो आप उनको क्या सलाह दोगे?
Artists are the voice of society. So you have to keep that voice loud and clear. तो अगर आपको अपनी वॉइस पहुंचानी है, आपको तो मेहनत करना पड़ेगा. एंड यू हैव टू डू दैट विद डेडिकेशन, परसिवियरेंस, एंड यू हैव टू आल्सो बिलीव इन योर ब्रांड. बिकॉज अगर आपको कुछ अलग सोचना है, तो आपकी जो यूनिकनेस है, वो तो आपको होल्ड दैट फ्लैग फॉर दैट यूनिकनेस इन यू. दैट इज व्हाट आई वुड लाइक टू टेल द यंगर the artists who are coming into the field.
And they should be prepared for the challenges too. They need to understand.
Yes, totally, because it is a journey. It is not a 1 or 2 day. It is a journey, and it is a journey of lifetime, and it is a journey worth every minute.
At the end, what is your message for the World Art Branding Conclave?
I think you are doing a very wonderful job. Because it's very important to recognize that branding is also, adds value to anything that you do.
Very true. Very true.
That is taking forward this part of, because an artist, sometimes an artist, is so engrossed in creating that, this is a different aspect. Even though, one may be aware of of the value of taking your your work forward. I mean, I think now it has become a specialized field.
Yeah.
So I think a World Art Branding Conclave is a specialized field. It is working on trying to take the brand of the artist forward, and I welcome the idea, and I also encourage and wish you the best in your in your thoughts and success in your thoughts too.
And thank you, Swagata ji, for joining us today. And you have proved yourself as an incredible artist. And we wish you best of luck for all your future artistic endeavors. You succeed, you earn lots of fame. And अभी भी आप बहुत फेमस हैं, बट आप और जीवन में बहुत सफल होइए, ऐसी हमारी शुभकामनाएं हैं आपके लिए. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for your well wishes, and I thank you again for having me in the show. It was a wonderful time which I spent with you, and very wonderful knowing you as a person, Neena ji. बहुत अच्छा लगा हमको.
It was really a pleasure for us also. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much. The pleasure was absolutely mine. Thank you very much.
This was Swagata Bose with her story. Now friends, moving on to the most awaited section, Art Tips by Neena Singh. As artists, we spend a ton of time perfecting our artwork, and then after hours of working on the painting, we often neglect the most important part of the process: photographing the artwork. Since artists are required to submit artwork digitally for galleries, competitions, virtual exhibitions, professional portfolios, social media, your own website, a good photograph offers the first impression of your art and of course your professionalism. Friends, remember, this will be the first sample of your work that people will see, and if the images are not good enough, it will more likely to be the last one. So today I'll be sharing you how to photograph your work. Now remember friends, I am not a professional photographer. I am only sharing those minimum tips which I learned while photographing my artworks. And of course I did a photography workshop, a 3-day photography workshop I attended, and that gave me enough experience to photograph my work. So I'm just sharing that experience with you. And if you really want to learn a bit of photography, it is a good idea to invest in a workshop and attend a 2 or 3 day workshop. That will be more than enough. So whenever you get opportunity, do attend a photography workshop. I have seen this frequently, that the artists, they have incredible artwork, but they have images that are either shot in very dim light, or their background is inappropriate, incorrect perspective, that distorts the original artwork. The best approach is to hire services of a professional photographer. But of course not everyone has the budget or resources to hire a professional photographer, because photographing one artwork may take around 450 to 500 rupees if a really professional photographer is taking the photograph. So for every artwork, hiring a professional photographer is not feasible. We as an artist, if we take care of few things, we can click good images. Now, whether you are clicking a photograph from a smartphone or a DSLR camera, few things which we should take care is, first thing, hang your artwork on the wall. Find a neutral colored wall, maybe white, off-white or light grey. Now, this type of wall is perfect as a background. What is the problem with the colored background? Means if you take a wall which has a red paint on it, or any other bright color on it, these colorful backgrounds, they alter the color of your artwork by reflecting onto it. So neutral colors, color backgrounds are the best. What you can do is, there should be at least one corner in your house, one portion where you can fix a permanent nail. I have done that in my studio, that I have fixed a nail over at a certain height, and whenever I have to take a photograph, I hang the painting on that wall and I click the photograph. And while selecting the wall, you should take care that there should be a window through which natural light can come. Now, at what height to hang your artwork? It should be at a height where the middle of a piece or middle of the artwork should be parallel to where the camera will be there. Now, camera should be either on a tripod or it should rest on a sturdy table. Now, the next important thing to take care of is the light. Now, lighting is extremely important when we are taking a high quality photograph of our artwork. It can have enormous impact on the resulting image. The most optimal way of taking the high quality picture of a painting is to do it in studio environment, in the presence of powerful white studio lights and a diffuser box. But again, everyone does not have these resources at home. So I will be sharing a few home hacks that can be used to achieve a similar effect. First, do shoots in late morning or early afternoon around 12. Basically after 9 AM and before 2 PM. That's the most appropriate time when you can take the photograph, because at this time of day the sun reaches a position at which it is very bright and doesn't cause a tint to appear. Early morning there is a reddish tinge, so that tint will not be there and whitish light will be there. Don't do shoots outdoors. It is best to do it indoor, preferably in a room with white walls, as I mentioned, and it should have big windows. There will be enough natural light. Or if you are using artificial light, use white light as the light source indoors. Fluorescent bulbs like white LED lights, they are good choices. But don't put the lights on the painting because they can cause hot spots. So diffuse the lights by letting it bounce off the walls, means the direction should be such that it should fall on a wall, and by using a butter paper or a white cloth as a diffuser. I prefer natural light, and it works well. Also, please check that there should be no shadows. In any portion of your artwork, there should be no shadows. And even direct sunlight should be avoided because it creates hotspot on the reflective surface. And flash, we should not use flash also. Flash can also create a reflective hotspot if it is not done properly. And one more thing, if you are using an artificial light source, then do not mix the types of light sources which are using. Means the different style of bulbs may give off different colors. So make sure that all the bulbs are of the same type, or even if you are using whichever light, white light you are using, they all should be of the same type. One more thing to take care is कि if you are photographing an artwork which is behind a glass, means it has a glass frame, it is best to take out the glass. Even for canvas painting, we should shoot without frame, because most of the galleries and competitions they expect their paintings to be submitted without frames. So you should take the picture without frame. If you take a photograph with the frame, at one or the other edge, whatsoever you do, the frame will show its shadow. So it is very necessary that we take the photo before framing. Some artists do enjoy to photograph their works outdoors when it is cloudy, as direct or diffuse sunlight provides the best lighting source. Natural light can be a beautiful way to photograph your work as long as it is indirect. But weather always doesn't favor us, so it is best to take a photograph indoors with light coming through your windows. As for the camera, make sure before taking the photograph your camera is fully charged, and of course if you are using a DSLR camera, don't forget about the memory card. Now when you are adjusting the camera, once your artwork is secured to the wall, check that the camera is set with lens parallel to the painting level. Means if the surface of the painting is exactly vertical, the lens of the camera should also be exactly vertical. Means the two lens and the painting surface should be parallel. and the lens should be at the middle of the painting. Means the height of the camera should be adjusted such that the lens is at the middle of the painting, so the focus will be equal on all the sides. Now keep the distance of the camera such that the frame is filled with most of the painting and a bit of background is included, so that the edges of the painting is visible, and we can later crop it. It is important that all the 4 edges of the painting is visible in your photograph. Now if you are using a DSLR camera, in that case 2 main factors are ISO and the aperture, and of course the shutter speed. Together they have to be in such a combination so that we get a clear, crisp and bright image. Generally ISO 100 is used as a standard setting, and there is an option of auto setting also. In that case the ISO automatically sets to an optimal value. If you are manually setting, 100 ISO is ideal. Now the aperture, which is also known as the f-stop, this adjusts how much light will enter through the lens, and it can be made bigger or smaller by adjusting the f value. Just a thumb rule: higher the number, less is the light which is being passed through. It means if f-stop value is higher in number, less light will be passing through it. So with a DSLR camera, the ideal range for shooting the artwork is generally between f8 to f11. I generally use this range, but you have to try it yourself, what is suitable for you. And it is a good idea to set the camera timer to 4 to 5 seconds, so that when you press the shutter button, it does not create a shake in your image. So it will not be blurred, it will be clear if you set a timer. So after pressing the shutter button, after 3-4 seconds, the photo will be clicked. One more essential feature is the use of tripod stand. The tripod, first thing, it helps to focus the artwork properly. Second, the tripod is an ideal way for us to make sure that the camera is aligned to your artwork. Okay, the parallel, as I told you, that the artwork, the surface of the artwork and the camera lens should be parallel. So tripod helps and ensures that the alignment of the lens is proper. The third most important is it allows for zero camera movement, which in turn will result in a sharpest possible image. This is about how to take a photograph. Now, whether you click a photograph with the help of a DSLR camera or with the help of a mobile camera, a little correction is required. Many prefer to do photo editing on various mobile apps, and it is perfectly fine. But I prefer to do it on Photoshop. Now, what is the reason of doing it on Photoshop is because after editing there are several options available for saving in various size and resolution as per our requirement. And once we save our photograph in a computer, what happens that whenever you save the raw photograph as it is, and whatever changes you are making in the photograph through editing, they can be saved as different file names. And at times you may require a low resolution photo for uploading purpose, or the size may small size, specific size may be required. So we can save in a specific dimension, in a specific resolution, and which we can change it repeatedly. And one more reason which is very important is we can rename the file. In mobiles, generally there are certain numbers which are associated with the photographs, and I have seen this several times. Means most of the artists do this, that without giving proper name to the photograph, they just forward it anywhere required. If anyone asks for a photograph, if you are supposed to send a photograph for competition purpose, for any participation in exhibition, whatever may be the reason purpose, but you just forward it through your mobile. Now then you will attach a separate Word file with the details. If this is the title, this is the size and medium and whatever. Now this is a very, very wrong practice. I strongly recommend that whenever you are saving the file, save it properly in a format. Generally that format should be title underscore. First write the title. If your painting is untitled, write down untitled 1, untitled 2, untitled 3, whatever. Or if it is all the paintings are of a particular series. Okay, so like I paint in Marble Rock series, so my series name is Dynasty of Marble Rocks. So when I save it as Dynasty of Marble Rocks 01, Dynasty of Marble Rocks 02. So just I change on the number and that becomes my title. Then underscore size, whatever is the size, write down, and also mention the unit. It may be centimeter, it may be inch, it may be feet, but whatever convention you are using, all are correct, but keep it uniform. There is nothing right or wrong. Certain organizers, they may ask for dimension in a specific format, in say in inches or in centimeter. You send it in that converted form. If you are asked to send the size in centimeter, don't send it in feet and inches. You convert the inches into centimeter and send it in centimeter. So the file name should be your title of the painting underscore size of the painting underscore medium of the painting. Medium means oil on canvas, acrylic on canvas, ink on paper, watercolor on paper, whatever you need, you want to mention. All these three things are minimum which should be part of your file name. Whenever next time you are sending, make sure that you are not forwarding the images just from the through the mobile, just simply editing it and forwarding it to the and then just leaving it for the organizer कि वो जूझ रहा है कि इस पेंटिंग का कौन सा टाइटल. अगर आपने 4 या 8 पेंटिंग्स भेज दी, एक लिस्ट में अलग से वर्ड में बना के आपने भेज दी, वो जूझ रहा है कि कौन सी वाली पेंटिंग का कौन सा टाइटल है. और उनके पास एक हम अकेले नहीं होते, उनके पास एक ऑर्गेनाइज़र के पास पता चला 30 40 आर्टिस्ट का वर्क वो मान लीजिए कर रहे हैं, डील कर रहे हैं, और उनसे आप एक्सपेक्ट करो. और ये जो सोच होती है ना, वो पैसे किस बात के ले रहा है, तो ये एटीट्यूड नहीं होना चाहिए. दिस इज़ वेरी वेरी रॉन्ग. आई हैव हर्ड दिस सेइंग, आर्टिस्ट से दीज वर्ड्स कि पैसे किस बात के ले रहा है, वो इतना भी नहीं करेगा क्या. अरे जब तुम आर्टिस्ट हो, तुम नहीं करना चाह रहे हो, ज़रा सा अपने वर्क के लिए आप टाइम नहीं देना चाह रहे हो, तो हाउ कैन यू एक्सपेक्ट समवन एल्स टू डू इट फॉर यू. तो दिस इज़ माई रिकमेंडेशन दैट properly name your files. And in the next episode I will share, again I'm mentioning that I am not a professional photo editor, or I don't know professionally Photoshop, but I will share how to photo edit on Photoshop. There are various other what we call softwares on computer which you can use. Sketches हैं, बहुत सारे हैं, मतलब अनगिनत हैं. ऐसे आप करने के लिए जाएंगे तो बहुत सारे हैं. आपको जो कंफर्टेबल है आप यूज़ करिए, आपको जो भी आता है. जो यंगस्टर्स हैं, यंगर जनरेशन के, उनके तो आजकल कॉलेज के करिकुलम का पार्ट होता है और उसमें वो सीखते ही हैं. और जो भी यंगर जनरेशन वैसे भी बहुत स्मार्ट होती है, तो उन्हें बहुत सारे सॉफ्टवेयर्स यूज़ करना आता है और वो बहुत अच्छे से करते भी हैं. लेकिन जब अपना आर्ट वर्क भेजने की बारी आती है तब उसको ढंग से नहीं करते हैं. जो लोग, मतलब कुछ लोग करते हैं, ऐसी बात नहीं है कि यू नॉट जनरलाइज कि कोई नहीं करता है, कुछ लोग करते भी हैं. बट जो मिडिल एज के लोग हैं जिन्होंने बाद में आर्ट करना शुरू किया है, तो वो लोग बहुत कैजुअली लेते हैं. ये तो मैंने 100% देखा है. तो उनको जो है थोड़ा सा और सीरियसली, अगर आप चाहते हो कि लोग आपको सीरियसली लें, तो आपको अपने आप को, अपने आर्ट वर्क को सीरियसली लेना पड़ेगा. दिस इज़ जस्ट माई सजेशन. सम पीपल में गेट ऑफेंडेड बाय व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, बट जो सच्चाई है वो अपने को सुननी ही चाहिए. देन जैसा कि मैंने आपसे कहा कि मैं प्रोफेशनल फ़ोटोग्राफ़र भी नहीं हूँ, मैं डिजिटल आर्टिस्ट भी नहीं हूँ, मैं कुछ भी नहीं हूँ. लेकिन मैंने सिर्फ उतनी नॉलेज एक्वायर की है जितनी कि एज एन आर्टिस्ट मुझे ज़रूरत है. और मैं ये कहूँगी कि हर आर्टिस्ट को उतना आना ही चाहिए. सो इन द नेक्स्ट एपिसोड आई विल बी टेलिंग यू हाउ टू यूज़ Photoshop, and minimum level of editing I will be telling you which I use for editing my artworks. एक तो पर्सपेक्टिव करेक्शन जो है, डिस्टॉर्ट हो जाता है पर्सपेक्टिव जब हम फ़ोटो खींचते हैं, तो हम पर्सपेक्टिव को करेक्ट करना बताएंगे। एंड एट टाइम्स कभी कभी थोड़ा से लाइट के करेक्शन की भी ज़रूरत होती है। इन स्पाइट ऑफ टेकिंग ऑल केयर वी नीड टू ब्राइटन इमेजेस स्लाइटली। तो और बहुत माइनर करने की ज़रूरत होती है, तो वो मैं आपको बता दूंगी। एंड दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे। इफ़ यू विश टू शेयर योर स्टोरी विद अस, प्लीज़ फील फ्री टू जॉइन मी। This is Neena Singh signing off till we meet again with a new artist and new story. Stay home, stay safe and happy painting.